Hey guys, Chef Telya, back again. Hey, back again. Here's the deal. We had some technical difficulties, so that's why I haven't been around for a little bit. But today we are going to do a New York strip steak roast. It's a 3.5 pound roast. It is a good piece of meat, and it's on sale, so it is going to be really good. This is going to be the first quick one here. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to put you right down. Got this nice piece of New York strip. This one is almost 4 pounds. The New York strips have a nice bit of fat up on the top, semi-marbled in the middle. I'm just gonna put it and let it sit for a little bit, get to room temperature, and I'm gonna put some spices on it. Now what I'm gonna use with this is I'm gonna do some rosemary, some smoked sea salt, if I could open this, and some onion powder, and I'm just going to put it all over the top, and some pepper, and then I'm going to let it sit in the microwave, get to room temperature for probably around half hour, 40 minutes. That is so good. Gunner really likes steak too. Gunner, do not touch that. Don't even put your nose on it. Okay. So once you get the piece of meat, they're ready to sit. I'm going to take some rosemary. You could use fresh, grinded. I'm all about convenient. Nice amount of rosemary. Onion powder. You can use onion powder, onion salt. Onion powder doesn't really have a lot of salt content in it, and it gives it a good flavor. If you use onion salt, be careful how much you use. And pepper. Then I'm going to put a little bit of sea salt on there. It's smoked sea salt. And that's it. I'm going to let it sit, get to room temperature. Then I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to make sure that all the spices in the bottom get on the sides and underneath, and we'll be back. Okay, so once you get it sitting to room temperature around 40 minutes, because it's a pretty good piece of meat, you want to preheat the oven to 450 degrees and make sure your spices are 360 on this bad boy. You want to make sure you get it all over the place. So I have it sitting out. We did the top. Now we're going to do the sides. We have a pan. I use aluminum pans because it's a little easier to clean later and take to work for the guys because we never eat it all. So the same stuff you put on top, I'm going to put just a little bit of rosemary in the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit of the salt in the bottom. A little bit of the black pepper. And a tad bit of the onion. Then I'm going to grab this nice piece of meat and I'm just going to roll it and make sure that I get the sides good. Yeah. And she's all ready to cook. So you have it all surrounded, and then keep the fat up on top. And what you want to do is you want to get your oven to 450. You put it in your oven at 450 for around 20 minutes. And then you lower the heat down to 350, and depending on how you like your temperature, They say it's around 15 minutes a pound. I only do around 10 minutes a pound because I do like it to be a little pink on the inside. So it's going to go in the oven now at 450, and then in around 20 minutes we're going to take another look at her. Okay, now for the potatoes, I'm just doing some reds. We're going to do some baked reds. So just get a colander, rinse off your potatoes. You want to cut them in quarters. Very simple. Just depends on how big they are. You might want to go in eighths. Yeah. I'm going to just add a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of onion salt. I had 4. I don't even need that many. That should be plenty. A little bit of olive oil. How much do you put? I don't know. Maybe just enough to get the bottom coated and spin them around and get a little bit of... Lost one. Get them all covered in olive oil. You could even put them in a Ziploc bag and shake them up if you want. Some pepper. We like pepper. A little bit of onion salt. Onion powder, sorry. A little bit of salt. And you put them in the oven 350 for around 40 minutes or a half hour. It depends on how big your potatoes are. And just feel them. You know, if you put a fork in them and they're semi-soft, you're good to go. And that's it. Voila. Okay, after the 20 minutes at 450, when you open it up, it should sound like this, look like that, smell like this. Then all you do is you lower it down to 350. And I'm going to cook it for another half hour at 350. And then I'm cutting it into a medium New York strip roast. And then for a vegetable, Gunner's going to show you how to prepare asparagus. You ready, Gunner? You do is you get the knife, you get the asparagus, cut a little bit off the bottom. And all we do is we get a chunk of butter, throw it in a pan, maybe another chunk of butter. Medium heat, spin you all around, bada bing. Lay them in there. I like using a Moroccan. Really what it is it's chunked sugar, chunked salt, pepper. I think there's a little fennel in there. Just give it a light sprinkle. And there's some white peppercorns. But that's it. You get that all soaked up in the butter for around 7 to 10 minutes on medium heat, and that comes out fantastic. Okay, after the half hour 350, it's going to look like it's ready to go. What I do is tent it for 10 minutes. It will continue to cook, and then it will be easier to cut. So let the juices get back in, and we'll be cutting in 10 minutes. All right, well, it's been tented for 10 minutes. So now we're gonna, oh man, I can't wait to eat it. Be sure you got a nice sharp knife. And you want to slice it on a slight degree back. And push your dog out of the way. Gosh, that looks wonderful. Now if that's a little red, too red for you, that's okay. You can keep it in the oven 15 minutes every pound. But that to me is fantastic. You could always pan fry it with the sauce, with the juice, to cook it a little better. But voila, get that in the juice. Exciting. And then we have the asparagus going, and we have the potatoes in. And honestly, it's a meal. I think that piece of meat was on sale. It was 20 bucks. Maybe $2 for them. Maybe the potatoes were $1. But it's a family meal for less than 25, say less than 30 bucks. You can't get 2 pizzas for less than 30 bucks. And then you could have steak sandwiches. Oh, love it. This is Chef Telya. Another meal coming tomorrow. Have a great night.